I know I didn't announce my live, so maybe nobody comes. It's okay. I'll just wait a couple minutes. So if you're watching this later, I'm waiting a couple minutes to see if anyone joins or not for the live. Hi. Just waiting another minute and see if anyone joins. Okay. I might check my internet. It seems to be going okay. Okay, I'm gonna get started. Hopefully, we'll get some live joiners. But either way, I don't know what that means. But either way, if this just helped one person, that's all that really matters. Today, I have had messages. What I mean, it's like downloads. It's like ideas resurface when the angels and ancestors want me to talk about something. So today it was about are you ready? Are you ready to move into union? And they're talking about how when you're going through the purging and the healing, have you looked at your part in, if you're divine feminine, have you looked at your part in the hurt that has happened during the relationship? If you're divine masculine, have you looked at your part? And it's funny because this is a little different than a normal relationship, but the things are brought up that could come into this relationship and wreak havoc. And it's so intense that when you're not even together, if your energies are, going back and forth, it's intense. So when you're together, it's even more intense. So have you looked at your part in this? Now we've done ancestral healing, we've done past life healing, and it's important that while you're purging and letting energies move through you, taking a look at them, that you are seeing your part so that you don't bring it into the actual union or reunion. For instance, I mean, I'm not saying it's a blame game, but no one can hurt you without your permission. So, for instance, if you are an energy healer, you can be the most powerful, skilled energy healer, skilled or energy healer or listener when you're healing in the world. But if you don't have the person you're healing's permission and participation, then you can't do the actual healing. So when someone's hurting you, they cannot hurt you unless you participate. And I remember, I'm going to share when we were doing some ancestral healing on the path here. One of the ancestors, one of his ancestors actually came in and told me, because I was like, I don't understand this. Why is this going on? And it's just not right. And she said that when he can say these things or do these things and it doesn't affect you, then you mastered it. You should be able to master it. And when you master it, it won't even happen anymore. Like, what's the even point in them bringing that thing up again if you've mastered it. So after the purging, are you prepared by looking at your part so that you can move forward? And so that's really what the tying up of the loose ends is at this point. You know, separation is very important. It is, if you want the basic answer, it is a period of time when the masculine has to accept his divinity. So when you go from distorted masculine to divine masculine, you must accept your divinity, your relationship with the divine, your being part of the divine in order to become the divine masculine. And you must step into that power, because in order to be with his divine feminine, he has to let the ego go, let the pride go, and be able to become vulnerable. Vulnerability is a superpower. I think it's a superpower. It takes a lot of strength to be vulnerable. It's easy to walk around in ego. It's easy to have pretend relationships, surface relationships where you don't fully give of yourself. So vulnerability does take strength. And it's also a time to heal and purge past relationship issues that you haven't done yet, ancestral things, things like that, collective issues. And it's a protection time for the divine feminine. So you remember when you had to, if you're a divine feminine, accept your divinity, and it wasn't an overnight thing. So they wanted me to come in and talk about that. I can pull some cards, and if there's any questions as I go, that's fine too. So hold on a sec. All right, I just threw a bunch of card decks out here, so I wouldn't drop them as I went. So I hope everyone's doing well. Oh, there we go. All right, death and rebirth, guys. What I was just talking about. You know, the final tying up the loose ends, the final seeing your part in the hurting of you. If you didn't see the beginning, go ahead and watch it when it goes up. But it's about, you know, you're moving through the rebirth right now, the rebirthing process, so you can create and expand and build your world. We keep getting these two cards in different forms. It's just a reiteration from the angels and ancestors saying, you are on track. It is time. It is time. It is time. And if you're getting signs, go ahead and write them in the comments for everyone else to see. Support each other. If you have any questions, if you're stuck anywhere, go ahead and write that in the comments too. So what else do we have for our divine masculine and feminine? Okay. What else do we have? Are we getting anything out of this deck at all? Is a question. I'm losing people again. I don't know if it's the internet. I know people go in and out because they are feisty, but I know, listen, seriously, if this helps one person, I'm happy. I'm thrilled. I mean, when you are channeling and creative and all that, you just like, it's like when you write, I write too, when you write and the words keep going through your head until you get up or move over somewhere where you can write it down somewhere. So it's the same thing with these messages. So when they keep coming through, then I'm like, okay, I'll go do a video. Because somebody needs to hear it, either now or later. Oh, guys, this is beautiful, beautiful. Bottom of the deck is redemption, okay? You are getting redemption because you've had resilience. You've stood your ground. You've stayed in your power. You've moved forward through all of the pain and all of the, oh, what is that line in One Moment in Time? I love that song. I broke my heart for every gain, okay, guys? So you can move into your new dawn. You cannot make this up. That's beautiful. Beautiful. So yeah, they wanted me to come on here and, you know, keep people on track. Okay, they said not this deck today, but this deck. Okay. If you need help, I do spiritual counseling. It doesn't matter what your spiritual beliefs are. I can work with anything. And I just try to help you through your issues. It's just $70 an hour. You can email me below. And I don't give out my phone number. I've had that asked. I'll just do a Zoom and send a link. So if that's, oh my God, you guys, I'm not even paying attention. Look at this. Again, guys, reunion. This card comes out constantly, bottom of the deck. This is the overall energy. This is the energy we're working with. Reunion. So have compassion, okay? Your higher heart is opening even wider, even more, right? Do I even need to do a reading? Rebirth, resilience, new dawn, redemption. I mean, it's all here. It's all, they said do a 3 card. Okay, I'll do a 3 with this deck. I can clarify it with the other deck. Okay, we're going to do a 3 card. Are you ready? That's the words they wanted me to write as the title. I love those words. Are you ready? Get yourself ready. I think you're ready, you know. These are just the awareness is key. One of Archangel Michael's favorite things to say. Awareness is key. So they wanted to make you aware of what your part is in, or was in, you know, the painful parts of this relationship so far, because it's like, it is like a death and rebirth. So you have to let, it's almost like you have to let this relationship die to be reborn, okay? Just like you did with all those dark nights of the soul. This is so interesting because it's kind of coming together while I'm talking. So just like you did. So this is why it took so long. We have the Knight of Pentacles again. This keeps coming up, guys. And I still see the stars aligning. And just so you know, all of the planets are going to be direct. I think by the 26th until April 20th. This is a great time for movement. This is a great time. This is why the masculines are being encouraged for movement. This is why you're being encouraged to let the old die and rebirth. So anything that hasn't served you, and there's cycles of thought, there's cycles of pain. You gotta let it all go in order to move forward and have victory, guys. You can't make this up and have victory. Oh my gosh. So keep it, okay? Oh gosh, guys, and have victory with your new beginning so you can celebrate. I don't think we have to clarify. Oh my God, and the bottom of the deck, guys. I can't even. Make yourself aware of what you need to make yourself aware of. Because it's time. It's time. All the signs are pointing to it's time. And if you're the feminine, what do you have to do, right? You have to just make yourself aware of the things you need to make yourself aware of, and just do whatever brings passion into your life. You don't really have to do anything because it's the masculine's job to make the movement in the 3D. You know, it's their job to take action, and it's your job to receive. So that may be something that you may not be aware of also, that it's your job to receive. If you have any questions, please write them below. I hope this was helpful. I hope it motivates you, makes you proud of where you're at, you know, on track, and helps you to keep moving forward. Even if you have energies that need to still go through, you're there. It's time, guys. It's time. Just make yourself aware. Heal what you need to heal. Call if you need help. If this was helpful, please like, share, subscribe. I love you all.